Hey guys, welcome to my first MA2 tutorial video. I'm going to run you through what is probably the first thing you're going to want to do when starting to learn MA2, and it is a basic one, but it's something that some people might need. I definitely know that I needed it. So we're going to run you through how to get GrandMA2 on PC connected to MA3D so you can start playing around and building those rigs that you've got stuck in your head and you want to see in that visualizer world. So we're going to head straight into it, and here is MA2 on PC open right now. But in case you do not have it downloaded and ready to go, let's head to the MA Lighting website and head to downloads. And we want to head to GrandMA2. We won't worry about GrandMA3 right now because as you may or may not know, GrandMA3 has now incorporated the visualizer inside of the actual on PC. So there's no connectivity you've got to actually go through to get the MA3 3D working. So let's, we're at MA2, head to software and release notes, and here it is. You have everything to do with GrandMA2 in a 3.9 version. If you don't want all of this, which if you do, here's the zip package of everything in it. But if you don't want all the stick makers and network updaters, just head straight on to download MA on PC software and MA3D software. Head through and install those programs, and we should end up finding ourselves here. Here we are with MA3D open and MA2PC open. Let's get this stuff connected. So first thing you want to do is check your MA network control. Let's head there, and that is where you basically can assign a name, an IP address, priorities, passwords, ID, all the things you will need to have to get this session running and have an ID within the session. So a lot of the stuff like the name, the password, the priority isn't a huge deal when just getting started. It's more when you start doing shows and you have multiple consoles and visualizers and outboard hardware. It's more when all this information matters. But for now, we're just going to focus on just here, the session IP address or station IP address. And currently, and I believe as a default, it will be set when you first install it to the loopback, which is 127.0.0.1. If not, you'll have all these other options, but all you want to, as if you're using MA3D on the same computer as the MA2PC, is the loopback. If you want more information about connecting to MA3D on another computer, I will most likely put another video out. If I don't, there's a lot of YouTubers, even websites that can run you through that, or even, if you email someone or send someone a message that is an MA user, they'll, I'm sure, love to run you through it. But for now, we're just going to do on the same computer, which is 127.0.0.1, and you literally just set that and create session. Now, MA2PC within this computer has a session running, and we can head over to MA3D over here on this screen. Here's our lovely empty stage, nothing going on. We want to head down here to connection state because you see it's standalone, it's got no information. Now, just a heads up, if you start adding a stage into MA3D, you start messing around and you get it perfect, and then you connect to MA on PC, it will wipe pretty much everything there. I'm not aware of any ways to avoid that. There may be, and if there are, let me know in the comments, because that would save me a lot of time, because I've made this mistake a couple of times and not realized until it was too late. But we can come down here and let's get this one in a session with on PC. Click down here, and it's, as you can see, it's already noticing my on PC session because I've started it. It's sending it around this computer, and MA3D has gone, oh, this looks like something I'm interested in. If your IP isn't 127.0.0.1, which is the same as the on PC session, hit this button, and then it gives you all your information up here. and you have all these options. And all you've got to do is select the 127001 loopback, as you see here. If you do select it and it wasn't selected before, it will prompt you just saying, as you can see on this note here, you must restart it, just so it can resort itself and know that this is the exact IP address. There's probably more information, more technical information, but I'm not aware of it. So let's move on. It's all there, it's all happy days, but it's not in a connection. We are very close to getting this all connected and ready to start building a show. So we'll head back to MA1PC, and it's literally a couple clicks and we're ready to start building and creating all these ideas we've got in our head. You want to head over, now that we've done the network control, we want to do configuration, and this is where you can actually allow and connect to all these different MA pieces of hardware, whether it's external or internal hardware. Just a heads up, if you're wondering, network protocols is all like SACN, your ArtNets, your whatever, your ShowNet, so on and so forth. So we're not going to worry about that because we're all working within the MA realm, control world of MA. So they've got their own little, little control area called the MA network configurations, and boom, we're already on 3D. But you do have the options of, if you're adding a console to this PC session, your current PC session, NPUs, BPUs, nodes, but we're working on it with MA3D. And now that you already know that MA3D, the visualizer itself is seeing the session, it is as simple, and it's how I do it every time. As long as this is showing up, you're happy days. Trust me, you don't need to add your own here, go through and add all your IPs. Get rid of that. Just add present. It makes it so much easier. Boom, it's there. It's seeing it. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't being seen here, and it wasn't, you didn't have your session started, you can't even click add present. So like same as remove absent, you can't hit add present. It won't come up. So now that it's up, it's seeing it. You're like, sweet, everything's there. You want to select a user. Now you shouldn't have any users unless you're a bit more advanced and start using profiles. But I guess if you are a bit more advanced, you may not be using MA3D, or sorry, using this video to connect to MA3D. If you are, there's no issues with that. But I'm sure you already know how to do it. But let's hit administrator because that gives you full control. And all you got to do is become a session member. FYI, it isn't, whenever you're doing stuff like selecting things, it's always right click. So if I hit left click here, it doesn't do anything. If you hold it down, it does, but left click isn't your master selector. Right click, select it, and then same here, right click, yes. Don't need to touch it now. It's talking to each other, and boom. You're now in a session. Green light means go, happy days, head back, boom. Session status, I'm in a session, and this is my PC session as the master of it all. And if we look over here at MA on 3D, it's all there. It's in a session. MA3D is now the slave instead of the standalone. And you got the green light, so ready to go. I'll just patch a fixture just to prove that it is working, and then you can. The world is your oyster. You can just keep adding fixtures. It's a great thing about MA3D, as it is a MA product. You're not limited to the amount of universes, the amount of fixtures, or anything like that, which a third-party visualizer would limit you to. So you have to get different licenses, and there are some amazing visualizers out there. But if you just want to go, you want a visualizer to work, MA basically give it to you, and there's no shame in using MA3D. There are a lot of good ones out there, but if you want one that works every time and is going to get you going, what's better than the 3D that's made by the manufacturer of the console of choice? So you got your dimmer, patch it. Doesn't matter at the moment what you're going to patch it at. Hit exit and leave patch, and you can see my little dimmer there. I'm going to go 1, please, which is channel 1. Selected it. There it is, and I can go full, bang. I'll check with the blackout, the Grandmaster. which they sadly got rid of on the MA3, the fader, which you can put it somewhere else on the desk, but I did like it at the end, but you know, they're not going to listen to what I want. It's working. Happy days. Show's ready to go. You can start adding whatever you need to, and you know, the world's your oyster. So that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. If you have any questions, feel free to chuck them down in the comments. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe if you want to see more, because I'm definitely looking forward to adding some more tutorials. There's going to be more videos of maybe some on-site stuff at shows. There might even be some stuff on different consoles. I'm an MA user personally, but I do have shows where I have to come across, you know, the high-end hog systems, even some Camster stuff. You know, as a lighting tech or designer, you sometimes have to be adaptable to using different consoles. Obviously, preferably, I'd prefer use MA2, but sometimes you just got to adapt with the show. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned in for the next one. Thanks, guys. See you next time.